Welcome to Ember Social's Fireside Chat. Here's our starting lineup. Paul Caldwell, Jason Wiley, Jeff Gonzales, Tim Daher, and Dan Gilbert. Here to discuss bad actors. It's time for you to be informed. Let's get this fire started.
So, but going back to that, like the whole thing, and I think one of the things that I know you're excited about too is that what we got the capabilities to do now is instead of like just shotgunning out this message to everybody and literally wasting a lot of dealerships' money, which is where the bad actors, specifically in the social world, and Jeff, I'm going to ask you about that.
And I do want to spend a lot of time on not a lot, but like a few minutes on bad actors, because there is this is exactly
Will
the
Ferrell's
same.
Awful. I mean,
Actually, he's a great actor.
But
I believed him in Old School.
Elf was amazing.
No, it really was. I really believe he was an elf.
Yeah.
No, getting back to this, the bad actors is a big deal because this is still the new frontier. And so, like when paid search started, I was right there on the front line with Jason. And we were right there, and there were so many there were so many companies out there, just throwing bullshit out there. And They were just throwing it out there. There's so many, did I say dealers? I meant companies out there throwing it at dealers. And dealers are spending a shit ton of money. And they didn't know what they were doing. And they got sold this like stuff, this snake oil.
Yeah.
And I want that to stop in social media.
Yep.
And I really want to explain that and what the bad actors are doing. I know they're preying on people because they don't know. So it's going to be tough. We might need some case studies, or Jeff, you might want to talk about some of the successes we've had.
Yeah.
Like I'd really like to hit on those.
Well,
Well, hang on. So
Sure.
to bring it all home, the whole thing with that is it's not about the inclusion of advertising. It's about the exclusion.
it's about audiences.
Yes.
It's about the creation and the creative creation of audiences. It's not just throwing out, hey, this guy's in market for an SUV and I'm going to lump all these together. It's about really taking a look at the vehicles you're trying to sell. Who's actually buying those? Is it a soccer mom? Is it is this person the household income over $300,000, or is it under?
Yeah.
And when you create all these different types of audiences, they really need to match not only the make line but the model line.
Yep.
And once you start getting that granular with them, that's when you start seeing a lot of success. Is the layering on of different types of audience levels within the Facebook network, within the data that these guys provide us. It's about really taking a look at the vehicles you're trying to sell. Who's actually buying those? Is it a soccer mom? Is it is this person the household income over $300,000, or is it under?
Yeah.
And when you create all these different types of audiences, they really need to match not only the make line but the model line.
Yep.
And once you start getting that granular with them, that's when you start seeing a lot of success. Is the layering on of different types of audience levels within the Facebook network, within the data that these guys provide us.
Yeah, totally. And there's a level, like what a lot of car dealerships, I don't know if they want to admit it or if they know it enough, but like there's a level of parity that happens cross brands, right? Hyundai's, great looking cars. They look a lot like Lexuses and Mercedes and stuff today, right? You take Toyota, the brand, they've got vehicles that are ranging anywhere from like $18,500 all the way up to like $75,000, $80,000.
Right.
Even who you target, if you're a Toyota dealership, it gets down to what you're talking about. You got to get specific about the person and what vehicle you're running an ad on.
Can I just jump in
Yeah.
here? Because this drives me, a couple things just drive me nuts. So I refer to it as hitting the easy button.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about creating a campaign, there will be agencies out there that just say, hey, Facebook is just like the new mass media. All you got to do is demo target. Really? Because if you live in a major metro and you target, 25 to 54 on Facebook, you're getting everybody who's never going to buy a car, plus a couple of people that are, right? So that's great if you want total brand awareness,
Yep.
right? Or if you're just going to plug hey, I'm going to hit everybody who's in market for a Toyota, well, guess what, guys? And I know you guys all know this, But that Tundra buyer that walks in your dealership is nowhere near that Prius buyer.
Yep.
So why are you serving them the same message? They look nothing alike. They talk nothing alike. Their interests aren't aligned. So you're serving media to people who have no interest in buying a car.
And that's, to your point, what the bad actors, one of the things that the bad actors are doing, right? Is they're just shotgunning out this message and hitting anybody and
I think
going,
the
it's
bad
about the
actors
clicks.
understand it. Their problem is they're not explaining it properly to a dealership.
But so that's really well said. So one of the things that a dealership can fall victim to is falling into, well, I can get you more clicks or more eyeballs than anybody else. Well, yeah, if your goal is just to generate a bunch of like junk clicks or maybe just a pure volume and sell off that, you can buy like really inexpensive media that's not high quality. I think I'd rather have higher quality media that's a little bit more expensive, but I know that I'm going to be able to convert. Because I've talked to hundreds of dealers, and I'd say one of the gripes that I hear more often than not is that my sales guys spend a ton of time talking to people that aren't qualified to buy, right? You get a deal that's working through the whole process, and then all of a sudden you got a guy that's got a 350 beacon score that's trying to buy a C-Class Mercedes, right? Like,
Is his name Jason Wiley by chance?
Hey, I had some problems back in 16, okay? Okay? I don't want to talk about it right now, all right?
Sorry.
so yeah, I mean, I hear that all the time, right? And those guys,
You know, I really, actually, what you just said is great. We need to use that when we talk to dealers, is what you said verbatim.
Yeah.
I'd say one of the gripes that I hear more often than not is that my sales guys spend a ton of time talking to people that aren't qualified to buy.
And that is so perfect. We need to talk about how when your salespeople are wasting their time talking to people that can't buy. And that is the premise of what everything Ember's doing, what everything, you know, and by using, that's why we were early adapters to Oracle Data. I mean, we love it because we want to get that specific target of people. We do not want to waste our clients' money.
Well,
And that's what the bad actors do.
It's not only wasting your clients' advertising money, but think of the lost value in like just human man hours in time that they could be selling to somebody that's more qualified.
And it's the same with the ads.
It's a
point.
trickle-down effect, right? All of a sudden you become more efficient with your advertising. You also become more efficient with your people's time.
See, and I think when dealers look for that partner, they need to look for transparency. They
Right.
need to look for hey, we're going to show you what's behind the curtain. You're going to see everything, and that is what's missing in the bad actors. So I think that pretty much wraps up what the bad actors is right there. So
Totally
like that.
agree. Totally agree.
Let's review the facts. Bad actors, individuals that claim to be experts, however, do not keep up with the industry's ever-changing enhancements and updates, therefore, providing a disservice to their clients, resulting in wasted time and advertising dollars. Demo-only targeting equals wasted advertising dollars for anything other than awareness. Targeting by brand isn't enough. Your audiences need to match the model, not just the make. Don't let your agency hit the easy button. Make sure to partner with agencies that are transparent. Social media advertising should be targeted towards people that are qualified to buy. You can pre-qualify your audience by utilizing TransUnion data to include and exclude certain credit tiers. Thanks for watching. Data is all, folks.